facing the world from the angry young man with his working class ties and his radical plans. Refuses to bend, he refuses to crawl. He's always at home with his back to the wall. He's proud of the scars from the battles he's lost. Struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross. Likes to be known as the angry young man. Yo, no, 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 no. Give a moment or two to the angry young man with his foot in his mouth and his heart in his hand. Stabbed in the back, he's been misunderstood. It's a comfort to know his intentions are good. He sits in a room with a lock on the door. His mouth and his mail is set out on the bar, and he likes to be known as the angry young man. I believe I've passed the age of consciousness and a righteous rage. Found that just surviving was a noble fight. I once believed in causes too, had my pointless point of view. Life went on no matter who was wrong or right. Oh, there's always a place for the angry young man with his fist in the air and his head in the sand. Never been able to learn from mistakes, so he can't understand why his heart always breaks. His honor is pure and his courage is well. Verity's true and his boring as hell. He'll go to the grave as an angry old man. For the angry young man with his fist in his pies and his radical plans. Refuses to bend, refuses to crawl. Always at home with his back to the wall. Proud of the scars of the battles he's lost. Struggles and bleeds as he hangs on his cross. And he likes to be known as the angry young man. Yeah, no, 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 no. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday, folks. How we doing today? Okay. Let me say hi to a few folks here. Daniel Rueda Ramirez joining us says, hey, Steve, can you play Ain't No Crime, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting, or More Than a Feeling by Boston? I will try to get at least some of those in, at least one. Those are all good songs. Thank you very much. Our friend Moritz in Graz, Austria. I unfortunately can't watch the show live because I watched the final round in Augusta on TV. I thought about canceling today so I could watch the last round, but I really was not interested enough in it once Tiger kind of got himself out of the hunt. So I decided, you know, if history was potentially going to be made, it would have been worth it. But I like doing this too much to just cancel just to watch it, you know? Sarah Rueda Ramirez. All right, I'm guessing that you are related, possibly either through marriage or through blood, to Daniel. Hello from Rockville, Maryland in the USA. Could you please play Your Song by Elton John or This Night by Billy Joel? Both very good songs. I will try to attend to one or both of those. Thank you very much, Sarah. Hey, Bill Hasty, how you doing? Bill Hasty says, Steve, digging through my extensive music collection, I came across some good oldies by Elton. Friends and Where To Now, St. Peter. Can I play those? Well, I can play one of them, for sure. In fact, why don't we just do that now? We'll start out with we'll get a rarity in here. Let me get some lyrics for this. Okay, I haven't done this one in a spell. But I believe I remember how it goes well enough that I should be able to get through it. Let's see how this one goes. This is for our regular music trivia man, dedicated fan, Bill Hasty. This goes back to 1970, a year when Elton actually recorded and released 3 albums, and this one was the soundtrack. He was commissioned to do the soundtrack, write songs and record songs to the soundtrack of a very bad movie called Friends, but it produced a couple of cute songs, and this is one of them. I hope the day will be a light, a highway, for friends are found on every road. You ever think of any better way for the lost and weary travelers to go? Making friends for the world to see. Let the people know you got what you need. With that friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. It seems to me a crime that we should age. This fragile time should never slip us by. A time you never can or shall erase. As friends together watch their childhood fly. Making friends for the world to see. And let the people know you got what you need. And with that friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. Making friends for the world to see. And let the people know you got what you need. And with that friend at hand, you will see the light. If your friends are there, then everything's alright. Oh, I missed that song. I should clean that one up, play it more often. It's really kind of a fun, uplifting little number. Thanks, Bill. Okay, let's see here. I got requests from the Ramirez clan here, for sure, that I want to get to. Let's see who else has got requests. This is our friend Don up in Saskatoon. Hope everyone's enjoying a wonderful day. I'm really looking forward to today's stream. Well, thank you very much, Don. So am I. Well, actually, I'm enjoying it now as I speak. Moritz, where there's a will, there's a way. He says, I found a way to watch both the live stream and the Masters. Fantastic. Good to have you with us, young man. Hi, Nori. How you doing? Silviu in Romania. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Helmet says, could you play something like She's Got a Way or She's Always a Woman? Yes, I can. Could do either or both. Let me think that one over. I am in total agreement with you, Moritz. It is absolutely a miracle that the band even was able to compete, let alone make the cut. I was sad that he kind of played himself out of contention yesterday, but we'll see what happens in the future. Hopefully his recovery continues to go well, but man, that guy is a frickin' tank, isn't he? He's been my favorite golfer to watch ever since he hit the scene as well. Hey, Daniel Dirksen, joining us from the Netherlands. Thank you, sir. Nori wonders if I play Annie's Song by John Denver. Yes, I do. One of my all-time favorites. In fact, why don't we do that one now, since it's outside this Billy Joel, Elton John bubble a little bit, and then we'll carry on with some more music, possibly by those two. But I always like to break it up whenever I can. Yeah, this song came out in 1975, I think, 75 or 74. I think 75. Anyway, it was on an album called Back Home Again, which yielded a number of hit records, or at least hit songs. This was the biggest by far. This ended up being the biggest hit of John Denver's entire career. He wrote it in 10 minutes while riding on a ski lift, which just goes to tell you that when inspiration strikes, it strikes. You know, he was riding a ski lift, and the words and the melody came to him, and he knew exactly what the guitar chords were. He even knew what key it was going to be in, and he skied down the slope with this new song in his head, went right to his Jeep on his skis, took the skis off, threw them in the back of the Jeep, drove home, went into his home studio, sat down and played it for the first time. Incredible stuff. Anyway, this is for his first wife, Annie, and it was a special experience for me to sit in the Orpheum Theater in Omaha in 1995 and hear John sing this with him playing his 12-string guitar, playing with his band. I'm very sad I only got that experience once, but I am oh so grateful I got it. Fill up my senses like a night in a forest. Come mountain in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses, come fill me again. Come, let me love you, let me give my life to you, let me drown in your laughter, let me die in your arms. Let me lay down beside you. Let me always be with you. Come, let me love you. Come love me again. Let me give my life to you. Come, let me love you. Come and love me again. You fill up my senses like a night in a forest. The mountains in springtime, like a walk in the rain, like a storm in the desert, like a sleepy blue ocean. You fill up my senses. Come and fill me again. Hi, Jakob. In Denmark says, can you play On My Own from Les Miserables, or can you play Leningrad by Billy Joel? I can do Leningrad. I really don't know very many show tunes. It's one of my blind spots. So I'm not terribly familiar with those. I mean, you know, I'm sure I could learn them, but I just, I don't listen to that kind of music enough to be well-versed in it. So I'm not going to be able to help you with that one, but I will try to get Leningrad in for you for sure. Love that song. Ooh, Scandinavian Skies. How we doing? How to do it, dude. I am sorry. I can't. That one's got a few too many moving parts for me to just try and wing it. I really need to sit down and work that up, though. I love that song. It's the last track on a 1982 album called The Nylon Curtain. Fantastic stuff. Really weird, too. But I like it. Gonna let you down today, but I will try to get that one into the rotation here. Hey, Ruth, our unicorn, our resident unicorn girl. Alex, how we doing? Would you be able to do Running on Ice by Billy Joel or Rosanna by Toto? Nice. I think I can do one of those. I got to give that some thought, but I'll do my best to honor that for you, Alex. Okay. Well, let's take care of some of the requests that have come in already before I forget a bunch of them. So, let's see here. Here's one I remember was on the list. I get this request every once in a while, so I'm glad that I'm thinking to actually do it today. This came out in, well, just a second. Let me find the right... Okay, so I think probably that needs to come down about like so. Anyway, this came out in 1983. It was released as a single in 1984. The album came out in 83. It didn't go anywhere as a single, unfortunately, but the album it was on was super successful. The album was called An Innocent Man. This is Billy Joel. And it had like 6 hit singles. At least 3 or 4 of them hit the top 10. One of them hit number 1. A couple of them hit the top 5. I mean, it was just a crazy successful album. And this one came along. They went for a 7th single, and it was just one too many. But this is kind of fun. It borrowed a piece of music from Beethoven. Beethoven wrote a piano sonata that went like this. Called Pathétique, and Billy took that melody and made it the melody to the chorus in this piece of music, and then he credited Beethoven properly, and then made up a doo-wop song around it, and it's just pretty darn cool. It's called This Night. Do 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 do. Didn't I say I wasn't ready for romance? Didn't we promise we would only be friends? And so we danced, though it was only a slow dance. I started breaking my promises right there and then. Didn't I swear there would be no complications? Didn't you want someone who'd seen it all before? Now that you're here, it's not the same situation. Suddenly I don't remember the rules anymore. This night is mine. It's only you and I. Tomorrow is a long time away. This night can last forever. I've been around, someone like me should know better. Falling in love would be the worst thing I could do. Didn't I say I needed time to forget her? Aren't you running from someone who's not over you? How many nights have I been lonely without you? I tell myself how much I really don't care. How many nights have I been thinking about you? Wanting to hold you but knowing you would not be there. This night you're mine. It's only you and I'll tell you to forget yesterday. This night we are together. Hey! Whoa, whoa. night can last forever. Woo! Dave Rosado in Brazil, how we doing? Thanks for joining us. Hi, Susie Wheeler down in Florida. Hi, Petra. How we doing? I don't know what that says because I don't have a way to translate it. I apologize. Woo! Got some fun requests tonight. Tonight by Elton John. Love that one. Haven't played that in a stitch. State of Grace by Billy Joel. Goodness gracious, we've got some great requests tonight. Christian Colazzo. Padawan says, greetings, Jedi Master. I request either You Raise Me Up, something a little spiritual for Palm Sunday, or Stormfront. Well, I think there's nothing more spiritual than a bit of groove, my friend. All right. We're going to do another Billy Joel song here from my friend Christian Colazzo. And anyone who is unaware of this kid, look him up on YouTube and then follow him on Facebook. He is a super talented young man. He is going to have a very exciting career. He's been really, really fun for me to watch over the last few years. He was already good when he was 15, but now he's, are you 19 or 20 now, kiddo? I don't know, but 18 or 19, in that range, and he is just getting better by leaps and bounds. So keep your eye on that kid. He's going to be surpassing me by a long, long way. And you may be seeing him on the big stage, in the big game, not just doing YouTube live streams. So keep your eye out for that kid, Christian Colazzo. Here we go. 2, 3, ba-doom, boom. Say Bad Harbor, everything is easy. Off to starboard, daylight comes up fast. Now I am restless for the open water. They told me to stay. I heard all the information. I motored away and stared straight ahead. Oh, the weatherman said there's a storm front coming. White water running, the pressure is low. Storm warning on the radio. I've been sailing a long time on this ocean. on the radio. We got a low pressure system and a northeast breeze. Got a falling barometer and rising seas. Got the cumulus nimbus and a possible gale. Got a force 9 blowing on a boat on scale. Well, I'm still restless for the open water, though she gives me just about everything I need. Yeah! She asked me to stay, but I'd done my navigation. I drove her away, but I should have known to stay tied up at home. There's a storm front coming, white water running, the pressure is low. Storm front coming, small crap warning on the radio. Ow! Whoa, there's a storm front coming. You know we got the white water running, yeah. Well, there's a storm front coming. Say we got the white water running, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, the storm front coming, yeah. Yeah, the white water running, yeah, 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 yeah. Come on, the storm front coming. Hey, mercy, mercy, yeah. The storm front coming, yeah. Say we got the white water running, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, the storm front coming. Running, running. Whoops. Thanks for the request, bud. I haven't had a chance to play that one in a while. I love that song. That's the title track to, the album Stormfront, 1989. That's the album that I bought when I was 12 years old that turned me into a Billy Joel fan, so it's always been really special to me. I wore the cassette out. I had to replace it. And then I wore that cassette out, and when I replaced that, it was finally available on CD where I lived. Good memories. Okay, so we're going to change over to Elton John here for a second. This one comes off of a 1976 album called Blue Moves. This is by request for Steve Wakewich. I think it's Wakewich, or is it Wakewich? But anyway, our friend Steve in Canada. This came out in 1976, and it's beautiful, and they had this gorgeous orchestral part that went along with it, but that was arranged by James Newton Howard, who's a friend of mine, which does not mean that I could, get his number and call him up and shoot the hay with him, but it's just kind of cool. I'm 1 degree of separation away from James Newton Howard, meaning I'm 2 away from Elton John. Woo! All right, sweet. But Elton put together a gorgeous piano part before there was even any strings that went with it, and I love this song. So thanks for the request. This is called Tonight. this one in a while, sorry. Tonight, do we have to fight again? Tonight, I just wanna go to sleep. Turn out the lights, but you wanna carry around. That was a terrible idea. I thought I had falsetto today, but apparently not. But you wanna carry grudges. 9 times out of 10, I can see the storm approaching long before the rain starts falling. Tonight, does it have to be the old thing? Tonight, oh, it's late, too late to chase the rainbow that you're after. I'd like to find a compromise and place it in your hands. My eyes are blind, my ears can't hear, and I cannot find the time. Tonight, just let the curtains close in silence. Tonight, why not approach with less defiance? The man who'd love to see you smile, who'd love to see you smile tonight. tonight. Just let the curtains close in silence. Tonight, why not approach with less defiance? The man who'd love to see you smile. The man who'd love to see you smile. The man who'd love to see you smile. Well, that one was a little rusty, but oh man, what a beautiful song. Thanks for the chance to play that, Steve. Okay, so Sylvia says, great show as always, Steve. Can't remember if you told us about the Elton John show that you've seen. Yeah, I just went to him a couple weeks ago, or a few weeks ago. Turned out he was in town like 2 weeks after I moved here. I didn't even know about it until the day before the concert, and I learned of it because one of you guys, Bill Hasty, sent me a private message and said, "Hey, dude, did you know Elton's going to be in your town? Are you going?" And I lucked out. There was a ticket available because it had been rescheduled a couple of times due to COVID. So I think there were more seats available than there normally would be. But it was still pretty much a packed house here at the Pinnacle Bank Arena. And it was great. It was very similar to when I saw him in Austria in 2019. Swapped out a couple of songs. The one that wasn't in from the hits collection that I was kind of surprised by was Daniel. He didn't play Daniel, which I thought was sort of weird. And then the one that I missed, he didn't really talk that much about his AIDS Foundation and play Believe, which is sort of the theme song that he uses. And they had a beautiful video for the work that he does with his AIDS Foundation that they played during Believe when I saw him in Austria. So I kind of missed those two. But he did do his new hit called Cold Heart, which is a duet with a contemporary artist, a really talented girl that I can't remember her name, though. I feel kind of bad about that. But that was fun. And they played Have Mercy on the Criminal, which personally I could do without. That's not my favorite of his, but it was good. But on balance, it was a pretty similar show. And he sounded fantastic. His voice had so much punch and pop in it. I can tell like some of the gruffness that had built up in his voice prior to that point. Taking that little hiatus off during the pandemic actually has done his voice some good. That vocal rest, he sounded as good as I've heard him since the early 2000s. And his playing is still, he's a better piano player today than he ever was in the prime of his career. So he's got it. He is not retiring because he can't still do this, I can tell you that. So it was a pleasure. It's sort of like going to a high school reunion for me now. I've seen these guys so many times that the mystique isn't really there for me anymore, but there's such sentimental, it's like seeing an old friend, and it's just so joyous just to be in their presence and see them doing what they do and still doing it so well. And I think to myself, 30, 40 years from now when I'm their age, I really hope that I still love to play too, So, really good stuff. Henry Howard, how you doing? Jean-Luc, tuning in from James Bay in northern Quebec. Thanks for entertaining us again. And got any Harry Chapin in your repertoire, like Cats in the Cradle? Yes, I do. Let's do some Harry Chapin right now. All right. 3, 4. Child arrived just the other day. He came to the world in the usual way, but there were planes to catch, bills to pay. He learned to walk while I was away, and he was talking for a new one. And as he grew, he'd say, I want to be like you, Dad. I want to be like you. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, yeah. We'll have a good time then. Boy turned 10 just the other day. So thanks for the ball, Dad, come on, let's play. Could you teach me to throw? I said, not today, got a lot to do. He said, that's okay. Turn around and left, but the smile never did. He said, I want to be like him, yeah. I want to be like him. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then, yeah. We'll have a good time then. He came home from college the other day, so much like a man, I just had to say, son, I'm proud of you. Would you sit for a while? He shook his head and he said with a smile, what I really like, Dad, is to borrow your car keys. See you later, could I have them, please? And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, we'll get together then, Dad. Oh, we'll have a good time then. I've long since retired, my son moved away. Called him up just the other day. Said I'd like to see you if you don't mind. He said I'd love to, Dad, if I could find the time. But my new job's a hassle and the kids have the flu. But it's sure nice talking to you, Dad. It's been sure nice talking to you. As I hung up the phone, it occurred to me he'd grown up just like me. My boy was just like me. And the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon, little boy blue and the man in the moon. When you're coming home, son, I don't know when, we'll get together then, yeah. We'll have a good time then. Hey, Barry, joining us from Fort Myers, Florida. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, man. I love John Denver. I really do. And that particular song is really kind of a masterpiece, isn't it? Hey, Lars. You know, I don't actually know that song. I mean, like, I've heard it a few times, so I could play it, like, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. And then I get lost because I can't remember how it goes. You got a friend in me. I love that. I love that song, and I love Toy Story. I think it's phenomenal. It's my favorite animation of all time, actually. But I don't know it well enough to like do the whole song. But Randy Newman, I love Randy Newman. What a cool guy. Oh my, where's the orchestra? You guys are hitting me with some really fun, deep cuts today. Wow. Nice. Hey, Sam, how you doing? You're an Elton John tribute artist from the UK. Rock on, man. If you have any links or anything, please put them in the comments section there so everybody can see. I'd love to see what you can do, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great music. And now that he's stepping down from touring and kind of in the sunset of his career and his possibly even his life, it's up to people like you and I to keep that magic alive now. That's kind of the torch is being passed. So, very good. It's out of frame, but I have a computer screen in front of me that I'm reading a lot of lyrics off of. I used to be pretty good at remembering lyrics. I have gotten kind of reliant on reading them off a screen since the pandemic hit, and I started doing this because the lyrics were available, and I was doing so many requests for songs that I had never tried to memorize the lyrics to. So I don't know. I probably have the lyrics to 200 or 300 songs kind of up in my brain banks that I could mostly get correct, but I mostly read them off a screen now too. James Cluck, g'day Steve, watching the stream from my tractor seat in Queensland, Australia. G'day to you, mate. Good to have you with us. I love Aussies. You're among my favorite people on planet Earth. Actually, I just like nice people from everywhere, but the fact that there are people watching from many, 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 many thousands of kilometers away, that just fills me up. It's fantastic, James. Thanks so much for tuning in. He says, would love, I guess that's why they call it the blues, to go with the sunrise here. Well, ask and you shall receive, mate. Here we go. Don't wish it away. Don't look at it like it's forever. Between you and me, can honestly say that things can only get better. And while I'm away, dust out the demons inside, and it won't be long before you and me run to the place in our hearts where we hide. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, loving like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like my face in your hands. Live for each second without hesitation, and never forget I'm your man. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night, if it helps. But mama never simply love you more than I love life itself. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, and laughing like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Wait on me, girl. Cry in the night if it helps. But mama never, I simply love you more than I love life itself. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be time spent with you, and laughing like children, laughing like lovers, rolling like thunder under the covers. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. Guess that's why they call it the blues. Laughing like children, living like lovers. Guess that's why they call it the blues. And I guess that's why they call it the blues. Hey, Ryan Wee, thank you. Yes, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Although it doesn't really feel like I'm back, you know, because like I never lived here before. This is 10 times the size of the last place I lived in Nebraska, so there's certainly some familiarity, but I never lived in the eastern part of the state, and I never lived in a bigger city like this. So this is kind of a new experience for me, even though I'm back in the Cornhusker state. So kind of a nice blend of familiar and brand new. So thanks. Good to see you, buddy. Guy I went to school with way back in the dark ages of the 20th century. Hey, Alistair, absolutely no problem, sir. Good to have you with us. Holy cow, you're 21 now? Good God. Time flies, man. Time flies on the internet. You know what, Christian? I got to tell you, every time I try to play anything, just piano solo, I think, what would Elton do? That's my little wristband, WWED. Not erectile dysfunction, Elton do. What would Elton do? Because he is my template for just playing piano and singing without a band or tracks. How nice is this? Alistair says, could you play Sweet Caroline or anything from my album, Beat Up Old Piano? So Beat Up Old Piano is an album that I made myself of original music. And I can do something here from that one. So this one, this song came about because for years I was making music, but I always was I wasn't trying to make it a career. I didn't think of it as a viable career. I thought of it as something that I could do on the side of other things, and it was giving me a lot of joy to go play gigs and whatnot, but it was I was living sort of a half fulfilled life, because it just, that really wasn't, I'm not a salesman, I'm not a real estate agent. Those are all things I tried to do to make a real living and then just supplement it with gigs. And one day I really had this paradigm shift that said, I don't know all the mathematics of making a good living, being a musician. I don't know that being really, really famous would suit me very well, because I'm a very private person. And I wasn't sure about like going and trying to get a recording contract or anything, but I thought, I want this to be a bigger part of my life. I want this to be what I do all day, every day. I don't want to do something else, because I'll always feel like I'm just trying to get finished with that work so I can get to this work. And anyway, it took me a few years, even after I had that epiphany, to actually make that leap. And but now I've been a full-time musician for almost 12 years. I've never done anything else since then, and I never will. And it's been an amazing journey, and all kinds of doors have opened up so that I could find ways to monetize music to allow me to spend more time at home, and all kinds of different things have worked out in my favor as a result of that. But I was willing at the time that I wrote this song to just, if I have to, I'll just go play gigs, and I might be poor, but I'll be poor and happy. And at least I'll be giving my energy and my time to the thing that matters. And that's what this song was about. It's called Put Here For. And I made it more general because I think a lot of us go through epiphanies like that in our life with something. And I wanted it to be relatable to everyone. So this isn't specifically about music, but for me, that's what it was. I feel all my life I was meant for so much more than what I've done so far. I've been afraid of risk, haven't done the things I need to do to reach the stars. There's no time like right now to turn my life around. There's still time for me. I have a destiny, and I don't want to waste another second of my life. I won't stand on the sidelines anymore. It's time to stop the talking, and time to start the walking, time to do what I was put here for. I've been afraid of all the answer questions if I go this route and try this dance. I finally figured out that I can't fail if I just follow my heart and take a chance, 'cause life is way too short to wish that you did more. Search inside your soul and set a worthy goal. I don't want to waste another second of my life. I won't stand on the sidelines anymore. Time to stop the talking, time to start the walking, time to do what I was put here for. Nothing on this earth short of God Himself will stand in my way. The dream I have today, yeah. I don't want to waste another second of my life. I won't stand on the sidelines anymore. Time to stop the talking, time to start the walking, time to do what I was put here for. I won't stand on the sidelines anymore. Time to stop the talking, time to start the walking, time to do what I was put here for. Put here for. Put here for. Put here for. Time to stop the talking, time to start the walking. It's time to do what I was put here for. All right, thank you very much there, Alistair. That's from my 2016 release, Beat Up Old Piano. The song is called Put Here For. And while we're at it, Alistair, here's your other request. Where it began, well, I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. It was in the spring, and then spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. But now I look at the night, and it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only two. And when I hurt, the hurting runs off my shoulder. How could I hurt when loving you? Warm, touch and warm, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good, so good, so good, so good. And I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh, no, no. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline, the good times never seem so good. And I've been inclined to believe they never would. Sweet Caroline. Okay. Thanks, Jack. Summer Highland Falls. Wow, okay, well, hopefully my wrist won't fall off as I do this one. This came out in 1976. This is a Billy Joel cut that all real Billy Joel fans love. Let me start that again. This is a train wreck for your fingers. You can't make any mistakes. Say that these are not the best of times. They're the only times I've ever known. And I believe there is a time for meditation in cathedrals of our own. I have seen the sad surrender in my lover's eyes, and I can only stand upon and sympathize. We're always what our situations hand us. It's either sadness or euphoria. Some will argue and will compromise and realize that nothing's ever changed. Our mutual experience, our separate conclusions are the same. We are forced to recognize our inhumanities. A reason coexist sadness or euphoria. Dissipate our energies. Perhaps we don't fulfill each other's fantasies, so we choose move on the ladder of our life, our respective similarities. See the sadness or euphoria. Oh, yes. For those of you who were wondering who the new Elton John single was a duet with, Dua Lipa. I always forget that, but it's a cool song. Cool remix. All right, Moritz. Thanks for tuning in. You can watch the rest on replay, my friend. Hey, Jim, joining us from Pennsylvania. Appreciate it. Gary Burchett joining us. Running late again, but I've made it here, so glad to be listening. Could you please play your song or play my game? Yeah, we'll get one of those in here. Thank you, Jean-Luc. I appreciate that. Oh, Matter of Trust, it was a huge impact on me. In fact, that's a really good opening salvo for this. I was going to play this for our friend Jakob in Denmark anyway. Yeah, that documentary really, really helped change my perspective on people outside of the United States. Particularly people who lived in countries where their government and my government didn't have good relations. Help me remember that that's not necessarily meaning that there's a problem between me and those people. You know what I mean? There's a lot of complicated stuff that goes on to governments getting along and trying to have trade agreements and war and peace, and of course just the ever egoic pursuit of more land or more influence or more power and all of that garbage that goes along with it. But the people that live in any given place are just people. They want the same things we all do. They want happiness. They want families. They want jobs. They want economic security. They want puppies to cuddle with, you know. They want partners to love. They want all of the same things, essentially, that we do. And sometimes we have cultural differences, and they belong to a culture that believes something a little different than I do. But by and large, we're pretty darn the same. And that documentary in particular, called A Matter of Trust, which was about Billy Joel's six show tour in the Soviet Union in 1987, really set in me a desire to become friends with people from abroad. Places that the U.S. is friendly with and places that they aren't friendly with. And thank God this work that I do on the internet has allowed me to do that. I have friends in 60 or 70 countries now, and have meaningful friendships where we communicate a lot through the magic of social media and whatnot. And it means a lot. It really does. And And one of the things that came out of that concert tour for Billy Joel, after he realized that the people of the Soviet Union were not what the Cold War was about, he wrote this song called Leningrad. And he wrote it, he used one particular guy named Victor, who came to all of the shows, and framed it as half about Victor's life, half about his own life. And Victor's a real guy, and Billy and Victor are friends, and became very close during that tour. And Billy had him backstage for pictures, and gave him, souvenirs and all kinds of stuff. And lo and behold, many, many moons later, I played this song and put it on YouTube, and Victor, that the song is written about, left me a YouTube comment, and then he became a Facebook friend, and he and I have talked many times through Facebook Messenger. So small world, beautiful world, small world, smaller and smaller because of technology. So this is for Jakob, who asked for it earlier, Jakob in Denmark, and it's for Victor, whose country right now is torn asunder by what Mr. Putin is doing in Ukraine. It's creating a lot of polarization there, and of course there's a lot of people in Russia with good friends and relatives in Ukraine who are being slaughtered right now, and so there's a lot of upheaval over there. So I send this with solidarity to my good Russian friends, particularly the ones who are doing what they can to bring an end to this violence in Ukraine, because they're not the ones who started it. Mr. Putin is. Victor was born in the spring of 44 and never saw his father anymore. A child of sacrifice, a child of war, another son who never had a father after Leningrad. Went off to school and learned to serve the states, follow the rules, and drank his vodka straight. The only way to live was drown the hate, and Russian life was very sad. Such was life in Leningrad. I was born in 49, a Cold War kid in McCarthy time. Stop him at the 38th parallel and blast those yellow reds to hell. Cold War kids were hard to kill under their desk in an air raid drill. Haven't they heard we won the war? What do they keep on fighting for? Victor was sent to some Red Army town, served out his time, became a circus clown. The greatest happiness he'd ever found was making Russian children glad. Children lived in Leningrad. Children lived in Levittown, the head and the shelters underground. Though the Soviets turned their ships around and tore those Cuban missiles down, and in that bright October sun, we knew our childhood days were done. I watched my friends go off to war. What do they keep on fighting for? So my child and I to Leningrad. This is one of the earliest requests that came in today. Tell me when the boys get here. It's 7 o'clock and I wanna rock. Wanna get a belly full of beer. My old man's drunker than a barrel full of monkeys, and my old lady, she don't care. My sister looks cute in her braces and boots, handful of grease in her hair. Whoa, don't give us none of your aggravation. Saturday night's the night for fighting. Get a little action in. Get about as old as a diesel train. Gonna set us dancing lights. Saturday night's the night I like. Saturday night's alright, alright, alright. Whoa, yeah. Tight and here tonight, and I'm looking for a dollar who can see me right. I can use a little muscle to get what I need. Take a little drink and shout, shit with me. Well, a couple of the sounds that I really like, the sounds of a switchblade and a motorbike. A juvenile product of the working class, best friend floats in a bottle of a glass. Oh, Saturday night's alright for fine. Get a little action in. Get about as old as a diesel train. Gonna send us dancing lights. Saturday night's the night I like. Saturday night's alright. Hey, Charlie wants me to say happy birthday to his friend Devin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Devin. Happy birthday to you. Okay. Now let's see here. I'm sure I'm probably missing some. I got a lot of great requests today. As usual, there's like not enough time to do all of them. But I really appreciate that you tune in and give me so many to choose from. Here's one that came in early as well. The request was, and it was from Helmet, wanted to know, could I play something like She's Got a Way or She's Always a Woman? And I can't get enough of She's Always a Woman lately, so I guess I'm just going to do that one for you. She can kill with a smile, she can wound with her eyes. She can ruin your faith with her casual lies. And she only reveals what she wants you to see. She hides like a child, but she's always a woman to me. She can lead you to love, she can take you or leave you. She can ask for the truth, but she'll never believe you. And she'll take what you give her as long as it's free. She steals like a thief, but she's always a woman to me. Oh, she takes care of herself. She can wait if she wants. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She will promise you more than the Garden of Eden. Then she'll carelessly cut you and laugh while you're bleeding. Then she'll take what you give her as long as it's free. Blame it all on yourself, 'cause she's always a woman to me. She's ahead of her time. Oh, and she never gives out, and she never gives in. She just changes her mind. She will promise she's frequently kind, then she's suddenly cruel. She can do as she please, she ain't nobody's fool. She can't be convicted, she's earned her degree. And the most she would do is throw shadows at you. She's always a woman to me. All right, I got a couple of rockin' requests that we'll kind of end the night on here. Start out with something by the Stones. My go-to song by the Stones is one of the most kick-ass songs ever. Gin soul barroom queen of Memphis had to take me upstairs for a ride, had to throw me right across the shoulder. Now I just can't seem to drink you off my mind. The whole guitar woman. So give me them honky-tonk blues. Little divorce in New York City. Had to put up some kind of a fight. This one's for the two Jakes. 2, 3, 4. Friday night I crashed your party. Saturday I said I'm sorry. Sunday came and trashed me out again. I was only having fun, wasn't hurting anyone, and we all enjoy the weekend for a change. I was stranded in the combat zone. I walked to Bedford style, no, even rode my motorcycle in the rain. And you told me not to drive, but I made it home alive. So you say that only proves that I'm insane. You may be right, I may be crazy. Whoa, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights, don't try to save me. You may be wrong, but all I know, you may be right. told you dirty jokes till you smiled. You were lonely for a man. I said, take me as I am, and you might enjoy some madness for a while. Now think of all the years you tried to find someone to satisfy you. I might be as crazy as you say. If I'm crazy, then it's true. That is all because of you, and you wouldn't want me any other way. You may be right, I may be crazy. Whoa, but it just may be lunatic you're looking for. It's too late to fight. It's too late to change, man. You may be wrong, but all I know, you may be right. Yeah! You may be right, and I may be crazy. Oh, but it just may be lunatic you're looking for. Turn out the lights. Oh, don't try to save me. You may be wrong, for all I know, you may be right. Oh, you may be wrong, but you may be right. May be wrong, but you may, hey, you may be right. I may be crazy. You may be right. I may be crazy. Say 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I have one other quick request I need to do for my friends, the two Jakes. This one's actually a little off the beaten path for me, but these are some special fans, and they have a new friend named Jordan who is joining them. And Jordan wondered if I might be able to play Happy Trails by Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Happy trails to you. And I think I can do something with it. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Keep smiling until then. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and dream of sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails smiling until then. Who cares a song and think of sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and dream of sunny weather. Happy trails to you till we meet again. Two Jakes and a Jordan. I think now we're just going to have to call you J cubed. J to the third power. Okay, I think I probably have time for one more song while we're at it. Little programming note, I will not be here. Well, I don't know for sure. I'm not going to be here in Lincoln next weekend. I'm going to be in Las Vegas. But I have not yet decided. I will be in a place where if I feel like I have time and I have a voice to do it, I might be able to go live on my phone just on YouTube. I don't want to make a promise that I'm going to do that yet because I'm going to a concert the night before and I may not have a voice to work with the day after, but we'll see. We'll see. So I might be live next week with like a less good production than you normally get, or I might just take the week off, but I will definitely be back the following Sunday. So I will see you next Sunday or the Sunday after. So don't be surprised if I'm gone, but don't be surprised if I do something. We'll close out with this one, which is also something that popped up in the comments as a request. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. I'm not one of those who can easily hide. Don't have much money, but boy, if I did, I'd buy a big house where we both could live. And I was a sculptor, but then again, no, or a man who makes potions in a traveling show. I know it's not much, but it's the best I can do. My gift is my song, and this one's for you. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, oh, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Sat on the roof, kicked off the moss with a few other verses. They've got me quite cross, but the sun has been quite kind. Well, I wrote this song for people like you that keep it turned on. So excuse me for getting, but these things I do, you see, I've forgotten if they're green or they're blue. Well, anyway, the things, what I really mean. You're just the nicest crowd I've ever seen. You can tell everybody this is your song. It may be quite simple, but now that it's done, hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is with you in the world. Hope you don't mind, hope you don't mind that I put down in words how wonderful life is when you're in the world. Thanks, guys. Great time today. Love playing for you. You know that. Remember, if you're a musician, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. For everybody, let's give as much love as we can to as many people as we can, as often as we can. None of us knows when our time is up, so let's leave it all on the floor. Let's not have any regrets, okay? You know how much I love you. Take care, and I'll see you possibly this next Sunday, and if not, for sure, the one after that. Take care, everyone. Much love.